Yeah. Damn. This is gonna hurt this time. Let's see if y'all niggas can survive the second round. It's over. It's over. What? It's like a murder in clearance cell. That's about me. They'll tell you I'm an animal. An animal. Touch one of mine, I react like an animal. An animal. They say I have no conscience, I kill if I have to, yo. They say I'm an animal. Sometimes a nigga cross the line and he got to go. Move on, I'm like an animal. Yeah.
No,
nigga,
stop.
don't talk to me if you ain't in my bracket. 100 mil, that's 60 after Texas. I was a little dirty nigga flipping on mattress. Sneakers fucked up till I start bumping packs here. Beefing with the older niggas getting my ass kicked. For a little 380, I stopped all that shit.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
God.
This is gonna hurt
Damn.
this time. Let's see if y'all niggas can survive
2050.
It's over. It's over. What? It's like a murder in clearance cell. That's about me. They'll tell you I'm an animal. An animal. Touch one of mine, I react like an animal. An animal. They say I have no conscience, I kill if I have to, yo. They say I'm an animal. Sometimes a nigga cross the line and he got to go. Move on, I'm like an animal. Yeah.
Shady
nigga,
Bill.
don't talk to me if you ain't in my bracket. 100 mil, that's 60 after Texas. I was a little dirty nigga flipping on mattress. Sneakers fucked up till I start bumping packs here. Beefing with the older niggas getting my ass kicked. For a little 380, I stopped all that shit. Back on that bullshit, you know I've been on. Riding with the same 9 Trey used to kill bomb. That's serious, niggas don't use playing. Picture me laughing in the crib after Trey shot Wayne. Southside ain't Southside without the team. Niggas starving, I feed them, they'll ride for me. When the feds come, nigga shit get funky. Herb up Prim so much he finna be his bunkie. In a park full of kids, I pop off the Mac and see the flare from the nozzle and scatter like rats. I know the police is listening. This is for the D's. Me and Star was cool, and I ain't hit cheese. Signed a dealer, made a mill before Bass got shot. Made 20 more for Tata got knocked. Man, this rap shit is me, B. I got this lock. Treated just like the block, work out non-stop. I dazzle with the footwork, maneuver with the heat. Think, boy, I'll get your brains left in the street. Kids is out the tax, but I get your signs back for you, homie, relax.
Get back.
I send my little shooters right at them with gats. Hit them so hard, they gon' send that back. You know, I know who ran up in your crib. The first thing they do is holler at the kid and say 50 fuck with us, man, we put in work. You need niggas like us to do that dirt. Yeah. They tell you I'm an animal. An animal. Touch one of mine, I react like an animal. An animal. They say I have no conscience, I kill if I have to, yo. They say I'm an animal. Sometimes a nigga cross the line and he got to go. Move on, I'm like an animal.
Big unit.
Nigga, watch me. Get a good look, nigga. See me flashing my diamonds and shit, nigga. 5 passes, some shit costs more than your mama house. Fucking play with me, nigga. I came up hard, nigga. You already know what I'm about. What? Hey, tell Pring, yeah. Send me a written apology. We can squash this shit. Nah, nigga. We ain't squash this shit. You can go get Farrakhan, you go get whoever the fuck you want.
Welcome to Beer Insomnia. It's definitely been a long time since I made a video. It's been a while since, I've gone into the spiritual teaching, I didn't think I'd have to be called back anytime soon, but apparently there's a war going on. There's a spiritual war going on that I need to speak on because there's a lot of false teachers out here spreading false information and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about at all. And they're spreading false information. You understand? Man, what's been going around is that the Egyptian / Kemetic deities are not your ancestors and that they are enemies. That is the bullshit that has been put out here on the spiritual circuit, as they would call it. They're putting out false information saying that the ancient Egyptian deities or Kemetic deities are not your ancestors and that they are your enemies. Well, first and foremost, for someone to say something like that would only mean that they have no knowledge of what ancestors actually are. Because the Kemetic deities actually describe your true science fully. Do you understand? It's a decoding of your DNA fully. The ancient Kemetic deities explain that. Do you understand? A lot of the Kemetic teachings are some of the most original teachings of spirituality. A lot of sacrifices were made, for that information to even be attained now. Do you understand? So, for you to say that the ancient Egyptian deities are not your ancestors would mean that you don't know what ancestors are. You understand? Now, everyone could suck the Orishas' dick all they want. The Orishas that people are bowing down to, which they shouldn't be bowing down to at all, are no longer here. And those vessels are just in the open. Therefore, those energies right now are archonic because the original spirits that used to inhabit those vessels are now on a different plane. They are no longer on the earth plane anymore. They have excelled past that. They have grown. They have graduated past that. You understand? So the Orishas that you've known are not on the earth plane anymore. Understand? They transcended into another realm. They don't want to be on the earth plane. Secondly, what is an ancestor anyway? You're the ancestors. You carry the DNA. The ancestors are a representation of your DNA. They are aspects of your DNA. You are able to embody those spirits. So, are we talking about the ancient Egyptian Pantheon, and people saying that they're not your ancestors, is pure ignorance. It's ignorance because the people that are telling you this are worshiping entities. And because they are worshiping entities, they're getting their asses kicked and handed to them. Because you shouldn't be worshiping anything. This is not a religion. This is not a religion. This is self-mastery. This is real knowledge of self, true occult science, which means that you are in control. You are the master. You created the gods. The gods did not create you. If you claiming to be a titan, then you best to act like one. Because you coming down here on some bullshit, preaching religious ideology and thinking to other people who are just now coming in. Because you niggas still think you need them fucking crystals and all that other shit, when all you truly need is what's within the DNA. Now it's cool to have all these spiritual products and everything. That's good that you have them. That's cool because that helps you cope, or it helps you to grow spiritually and get into your creativity. But y'all using it as if it's an is-all, end-all, when things can be taken away and destroyed. Material does not exist. So because material doesn't exist, guess what does exist? Within exist. But you don't understand the true occult science, so you're out here preaching bullshit. Saying like deities like Osiris is, spreading homosexuality and all this other bullshit. It's bullshit. What are you even saying? You don't know what you're saying. You haven't dealt with that energy. And because people are coming into this science and worshiping these energies, they're getting their asses kicked because you're not supposed to worship them. If any of you are familiar with Bobby Hemmitt, he told you straight up, and probably was the only or first person to tell you that when you try to worship these deities and put them in control of your life, that certain ones don't know how to take that because they think it's weird, and they will purposefully fuck you up. Now, does that make the entity fucked up? No, it makes you fucked up because you trapped in humanity. Because that's a human thing to do. Begging, pleading, worshiping. What are you worshiping? If you run this shit, You need to act like you run this fucking shit. Stop spreading bullshit because you scared or because you don't know what the fuck it is that you're doing. Because you preaching bullshit to the choir. This ain't church. Fuck church. This is occult science. This is spirituality. This is you growing into the true God self. Do you understand? Ashe to all the Kemetic deities. Ashe to the whole Egyptian Pantheon. First and foremost, when you say that the ancient Egyptian Pantheon is not your ancestors, you're basically saying you yourself are not an ancestor. You're lowering yourself. You're saying that you're nothing. You're not a being, that you don't have light. Some of you niggas are saying Christ energy is not real. And that's pure ignorance. Without the Christ light, you're not here. You have to go through different life cycles. The mere fact that you have to go through different life cycles mean that you yourself are an ancestor. You don't know what an ancestor is because you are the ancestors. All the ancestors exist within you, the DNA. So what are you actually saying? What are you actually doing? You are a realm within a realm. The star is made up of 5 points. Arm, leg, head, arm. Right? So, and you know that a star is a dimension. You have a dimension within you. And where does that dimension go? Right? Where does that dimension go? Heaven is within. But y'all don't know how to get to that heaven because y'all lowering yourself into this human shit. And you think you have to worship something. That's why you're getting fucked up, because you're worshiping. You're not embodying the spirit. You're worshiping the spirit. That's the issue that you people have in this spiritual shit. As you continue to worship and put these energies above you. No. Absolutely not. You are in control. But you fail to realize that. When you say you are the master, it means that you run everything. Everything is ran by you. Your life is the projection of within. What you see every day is a collective of within. Period. Do you understand? Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't know what y'all saying. And you're probably getting attacked because you're doing this all humanly. I can't say right or wrong because right or wrong doesn't exist. I have to say you're doing it in a human way and you're not doing it like a titan. And that's why you're getting fucked up out here, because you're doing it like a fucking human. You're not listening to your heart, which is the true intelligence. You're using your brain. That's the ego. You fail to realize the true intelligence is in the heart. So you're not following your heart. You're following the brain. And that's why you're getting tricked into human bullshit. That's why these archonic energies got you saying this bullshit about the Egyptian Pantheon. You understand? And let me tell you something. The more you do these things, the more you're going to lose your light. Because a lot of people are losing their light. That Christ energy you speak of, you're losing it because you're continuing to spread bullshit and speak down. When you talk down on the Egyptian Pantheon, you're talking down on yourself and your abilities. Therefore, you are manifesting a lower frequency on yourself and others. And those others do not need to hear that bullshit that you spewing, because that's nothing but low frequency shit. There's nothing high frequency about what you're saying. Because what you're saying is bullshit. What you're saying is fear-mongering. What you're saying is putting people down to a lower frequency. You're not on your path. You think what you're doing is good. But on what's real about this is what you're doing is just you doing what you think is right out of fear. You understand? But that's the problem. You have a right or wrong mind frame. That shouldn't be what your mind is. You're supposed to do what resonates with soul, with you. But you're not doing that. You're doing what you think is right. Some of you motherfuckers are getting poked with that thing that I can't even mention here on YouTube. But you know what I'm talking about. You're taking that and you're saying, well, hey, I can just clean it out. No. Because what you're doing is human shit out of fear. You're playing that game of humanity. You're playing into it. You don't have to. Because if you are the true master, you do not have to engage with human activity. You have the power to override it. But you are not using your power. You are going to low lengths because you're in fear. And that's why fear kills the melanin. Because fear takes you out of your creativity. It takes you out of your mastery. It takes you out of who you truly are. Because you're falling victim to humanity. And you're only using your brain and not your heart. Following the brain, following logic is not spirituality. That's human shit. So you're doing this shit out of fear. But you're not doing it out of knowing because you don't know. You can only know if you follow the heart. But you're not following at all. That's the issue. This is why I came back to this shit. Because I teach you niggas what the fuck this shit is. You understand? You're going to go through hardships. You're going to go through pain. But if you are going to sit up here and remain in a human thinking, do not even think you're going to progress in this shit any further. You're only going to go lower and sink and lose your fucking light. Which some people already have done already. You understand? But you don't understand the true mastery because you're not trying to go into your godhood. And you following another nigga's teachings who doesn't know himself. You understand? And a lot of, it's mostly men. It's women too. Out here preaching bullshit. Alright? Psychics out here telling people that they need to follow a certain deity and the deity is going to be in charge. And no, you don't put no fucking deity above you. Ever. You never put any deities above you. Ever. You are in control. Nobody else controls this shit except you. You're the Titan. You create the gods. The ancestors are within you. The libraries within the DNA. You don't need any books. We exist in a time right now that we don't need books. You don't need books in this period of this plane. You don't need books. What do you need books for? You got to get into your creativity. That's the true spirituality, getting into your creativity. The true manifestation is getting into your creativity. A lot of y'all not meditating. Some of y'all can't even dream because you're blocked. And you have so much clutter within yourself because you ain't trying to grow no higher. And you keep following other people. Do what your heart tells you is right. Go with spirit. To follow spirit, you must follow the heart, though. The brain is only introducing you to human logic. But shit is not supposed to make human sense because this ain't no human shit. This is for titans. That's who it's for, titans. Titans. It's for us. And you need to tighten up and get your shit together. And go the way that your spirit is leading you. Don't be led by this matrix. It can't get you nowhere. You're going to be stuck in it and losing your light. Pretty much. So when you say the Christ energy is not real, or that it's bullshit, then all that means is that they're losing their light because the Christ light is the true light. You can't reach the soul without the Christ. You understand? So whoever's out here preaching that bullshit, this is for you. This is definitely for you. Because this is the real deal shit. You're preaching bullshit because you haven't dived deep enough yet. And you still are on a human level. You still have fear within you, instilled in you, that you have not yet broken from, that you have not yet destroyed within you. These things are subconscious programmings that you must destroy. And you haven't reprogrammed yet. You haven't had the experiences yet. Some of you guys think that deities are controlling you. It's not the case. These deities are aspects of your DNA. Understand. Whoever's out here preaching that bullshit saying, oh, the Egyptian Pantheon is nothing but archives, all that's bullshit. These motherfuckers are possessed by lower entities because they gave them that control. They don't control their life anymore. They gave them that control. And now their sense of spirituality is falling apart because they don't know how to have that control. They don't understand the full concept of what it means to be a true master, to be a titan. You are above the gods. The gods work for you. This is your DNA. There's a whole world within you. We all got the same world. I'm not greater than you, and you ain't greater than me. I'm just an example of what you should want to be, because I've had the experiences and I can tell you exactly what it is that you should be doing to get into your true self, which is to be a master. You should want shit to come to you easily. You want life to be easier for you. You don't want to struggle the human struggle. You don't want to have a survival type of mindset. That's humanity. And because you have a survival kind of mindset of begging and pleading, please, such and such, can I have this and that, and desperation type of energy, you lose your light. Who are you trying to plead with? There is nobody in control except for you. This shit is not real. What's real is what you make real. What's real is when you meditate. What's real is when you tap in. That's real. And you go into the metaphysical, when you have dreams, lucid dreams, etc., all one and the same. That's when this shit is real. But this shit here, right now, it's not real. It's only a timeline and a cycle that will also be destroyed. You understand? Stop putting out bullshit information about the Egyptian deities, because these deities are what make up your DNA. So to put them down is to put yourself down. It's to lower yourself. If you really got the power and you really understood this shit, you wouldn't be speaking down on what is you, because you're speaking down on you at the end of the day. The Orishas ain't here no more. The Orishas have gone past this plane and they don't want to be here anymore. You understand? Are they still accessible? Of course. But they don't go by these names that everybody's calling them anymore. That shit is a done deal. And a lot of y'all that do deal with these entities are still in a religious mindset because y'all don't understand. Y'all still thinking on a religious type of mindset. Y'all think that demons are terrible things. They're not. Demons are another aspect of your DNA. I am the demons. I deal with the demons, the 72 Orishas. That's me. Those are my niggas. And we do work. Ain't nothing wrong with demons. Each one of those Egyptian entities are demons. Hemmitt, for example, is a demon. You understand? A demoness, a goddess who swallows lower entities and destroys them. So you even scared of demons is you scared of yourself. Everything is not a demon. To be a demon is a compliment. There's nothing wrong with being a demon. The demons, is a genius. It means genius. It's a genius. DMX was a genius. And I helped him cross over when the elites were trying to soul trap him on this plane. So, you make the decision on whether you want to be a titan or you want to continue to fall for the folly that is out here. Speaking down on yourself because you have no idea the type of energies that you should be, tapped in with. You have no idea. You're tapping in with lower energy and you don't recognize low energy from high energy. You don't recognize it. You can identify with it because you're lowering yourself and you're not putting yourself in the position to understand what it is that you are. And that's all I have to say for today. But this has been Insomnia, man. I'm glad to be back. I'm going to be dropping way more videos. This is just one of many. I've gone through a lot of experiences since, I've been gone. I'm currently dealing with some healing right now because I do have to heal a little bit. But all in all, I'm doing very well for myself. Stop listening to bullshit. Stop putting out bullshit that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stop worshiping. There's nothing to worship. You are the all. You're the one that's running this shit. You're running this shit. You're running this shit. Nobody's above nobody. I'm not above you, and you not above me. Period. Understand. If you want a spiritual consultation, outline, etc., email me, bearinsomnia@gmail.com. But this is Bear Insomnia. Have a happy and great weekend. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Peace.